I want to share my drift truck build with you guys. It's a 2001 GMC Sierra with a 2005 front end. Let me show you guys around real quick. So mostly everything is moved out to the bed of the truck. I wanted to clear up the front of the truck a lot. So let me give you guys a quick. And if you guys could tell, everything is also flared out on the body itself. Like that. And then what's more noticeable than anything, well, that's different, is that the truck does have a full roll cage and bash bars, front and back. So I guess we'd start in the front. So as you guys could see, it does have a custom bash bar. The truck is pretty much empty up front. It has a fiberglass hood, so it's not a molded hood like the one that they mold on top, like the scoop. I used to have one of those and they just cracked, so I got a full fiberglass one. It actually works. Here comes the train, so it's gonna be loud for a second. I'll let you guys look at the truck for a sec. Okay, so the truck, the fiberglass, the heat extraction does work on it as well. So it is vented. I'm gonna show you guys. I did have to cut it a little right there for my engine because it does sit pretty high with my air-to-water intercooler. So as you guys can see, the truck is legit pretty empty up front. I don't have anything I don't think I need for drifting. Everything got deleted. The firewall had to also be cut and pushed back on both sides because of my steering angle and the way my wheels are set up and everything, how far out I am. Besides that, I know a lot of you guys are going to ask me, well, first, besides the engine, is the suspension. I am running a desert style lower control arm. It's 1 3/4 inches longer, so that's why my wheel does sit a little bit more with a little bit more camberage. But I am getting some custom upper control arms made as we speak with like a little bit of adjustment, I guess you could say, because we're gonna put some Heim joints on it so that we can actually get full adjustment, and I can actually take the truck to get a drift alignment, because I have not taken the truck to get an alignment at all. I've been driving the truck just like that, and I've just been eyeballing it. Remember suspension as well. I did have to flip my sway bar because of the lower control arms and the amount of angle the tire gets. So what I did is I pretty much just flipped it, put some tabs on there, and pretty much the same thing I'm going to do with my other upper control arms whenever I get them. But the setup is, I mean, nothing pretty crazy. It's just an extended tie rod. Desert Style does sell a full length like tie rod thing right there you can get. When I got mine pretty early, so you can check out their things, and it'd probably make it a lot easier if you hit them up too. Besides that, I am running a Borowski Gen 4 6.0. So you guys could see, it makes a nice amount. I don't know if you guys could see that right there. I might have to zoom in. It's a Borowski racing engine. So when I got this built, they dynoed it with a T6 Bullseye Performance Turbo. I do have the turbo. I just need to swap over to a T6 kit. I just haven't done that because I'm not trying to max anything out yet till I have the truck figured out. Because like I think with my last engine, I was running the Street Fire by MSD coils, and one of them went out, and I think that's what pretty much hurt my last engine. But it was a stock LK9, which I kind of get, and it was boosted, and I was just on it because I had just finished my rear radiator setup, and the truck was just running really good, like really cool. So I didn't give it any time to cool down, and I was just on it, I'm not gonna lie. So it was kind of my fault. I know it was. So that's why I got the Borowski engine in here now. It's completely forged. They built it for me when it got dynoed. It made 1,260, I think it did, with the other turbo. But obviously, right now our factor is that turbo. So I think we're conservatively. My tuner set it up at like 700. So right now we're at like 700 to the wheel, which is fine for drifting, especially for me because I'm still learning. And like I said, I ain't trying to max this out and fuck this shit up. Besides that, I am running the Holley Terminator X, my ECU. That's what the Holley smart coils are there for, and that's why you see everything's very minimal. I did wire this myself. It was pretty cool learning experience, and I really liked wiring the truck, and I think it's probably one of the funnest parts about these about the truck, you know. Also, besides that, I am running, as you guys can see, an air to water intercooler, so that's why you don't see the intercooler up in the front. I used to run the one up front, but I was heat soaking, and I was just having so many issues with it. I was just like, let me try this. The only thing with this, I mean, it runs really cool, but the only thing with this is you do have to be feeding your box ice, like, constantly. So, I started making some 2-pound blocked ice just to see if it would work for this next event coming up. But I started today, and I have like all week to make block ice. So I mean, it works, but like I said, you just need to have a lot of ice in hand. Besides that, also my power steering pump, people always ask me, what's the power steering pump? The power steering pump is a turn 1 power steering pump. I think I got their upgraded one, the HP something. I can't recall, but I just know it's the most expensive pump that they have for these trucks with the upgraded pulley. And this pump has been really, really good to me. It's been working really well. The only thing that I've been having an issue with the steering the most is the stock rack and pinion, but I mean, we are turning the wheels a little bit more than what they're used to, so I kind of get it. What I just do is I just replace it under warranty, and they usually just give me another one without an issue, which is completely fine, but the annoying part is just replacing it. But other than that, the truck itself, like the steering and everything, the alignment, well, like I said, I eyeballed it. I have not taken the truck to get it aligned, so it's been pretty good. It's not too bad. As you guys can see, the truck does look pretty empty in the engine bay, but let me show you guys as well the cab. So for the cab itself, I did get custom door panels. I did make the dash itself, because I used to have the 12.3 Pro Dash like inside of where the actual cluster used to sit for the GMT 800s, and I did not like how it sat inside. So I kind of came up with this, and I set pretty much my ignition and everything else. So as you guys can see, let me move this steering wheel. Sorry guys. As you guys can see, I pretty much deleted everything that was not necessary. Also, as you guys see right here, this is my ice box. This is what I constantly have to be feeding with ice. That's all the water you see outside right now is because I drained it. I'm going to refill it for the next event with some fresh water, and then we're going to set a whole bunch of those 2-pound ice blocks in here and see what my temperatures stay at for the actual, for my intake. But other than that, if you guys are curious, well, let me show you guys real quick. Sorry, you're gonna hear this fucking shit. But this is the Holley 12.3 Pro Dash. I also have the 3.5 right here. And what I like about the 12.3 is just the size of it, the customize, because how you could customize it and stuff. And this is normally the dash that I run, but let me turn this off, it's kind of loud. But I haven't finished wiring everything up, like my pump and everything, like my power steering fan up front. I need to finish hooking everything up to the Holley, to the ECU, so I could have it controlled by the ECU. But I gotta get a whole bunch of sensors and stuff, and then this is where I carry where I pretty much have my actual ECU for the Terminator X. And I have everything wired it in through the back because the truck is pretty much empty, as you guys can see. The only thing I have running across is really the roll cage, the dash bar. So as you guys can see, the truck is fully caged. It does have a harness bar like you're supposed to. I recently had to change my my 5-point harness out at Sonoma Drift, or at Sonoma Raceway, because of my date. I didn't even know that these fucking belts expired, because this is still, like I said, I'm learning with this truck, and this is really new to me, and I had no idea that you were only allowed a certain amount of years on the belts. So out at Sonoma, I actually had to buy these belts, but I was running the actual Corbo belts with these, and they were a lot thicker. And these are thinner, like I think these are 2 inches, and they were a lot more expensive there, which sucked. Besides that, you guys can see, well, most of you guys know I am running a T56, but I do have a Camaro clutch pedal, which is metal. It's not plastic like the truck one. Besides that, on the inside, I mean, the inside is just completely shaved or completely gutted. There's really nothing to see on the inside. And then we do have our Lexan. It's all cracked and stuff because I had put it on with like self-tappers at first, but we actually got rivets now and bolts in there. And then I do have, like I said, everything in the rear. Fuel pump, filters, battery, and then obviously our radiator and fans are in the rear, and then our fuel cells right there. I did want to push as much as I could to the rear. I just feel like when I had the radiator set up in the front, I mean, it was cool, but I would overheat, and I was like I was heat soaking as well with the air-to-air intercooler for my turbo. So that's why I decided to go the route that I did it. I mean, like I said, the only hassle is feeding the ice box some ice all day, but other than that, it's cool. But let me tell you guys a little bit about the fuel system as well. I am running a 20-gallon fuel cell with a Motion Racework cap on it, so it doesn't leak, because these ones usually come with a plastic cap and it fucking sucks. And then I also running the Aeromotive filters, the 100 micron, 10 micron, and an A1000 fuel pump. And then I have a yellow top. Everything's located in the rear, and I did wire everything myself. This is pretty much where I learned how to do everything, even my directionals and everything work. As you guys can see, it flashes both ways, and I don't know if you guys could see that. You see that? Show you guys. So my lights actually work. Like, I could drive this on the street if I want to. Obviously, if I wanted to, I could. But is it legal? I don't think so. But other than that, I did, just like the front, I did shave the lens on the rear tail lights. I'm still trying to figure out if I should run in black or if I should do chrome, you know. Still don't know. I gotta figure that out. The truck is running two different sets of billets. I have some intros in the front, and then I have some race lines in the rear. I do have the fronts for this, and I have the rears for the intros, which is the same size as this. I just like to run this because the offset's a little, I guess it's bigger. You have a bigger lip on it, so I think it looks cooler, and it fills the stretch part of the truck a little more, and it kind of lines a little more with that one. The only thing I don't like about these is the front one. The lip is a little smaller than the front on the intro, so that's why I usually run two different sets of wheels. But I do have both wheels, like the set is complete if I need to. And then in the front I'm running 285 40s, and then the rear I'm running 315 35s. So normally I run Nitos, but I went out to a drift event where it was very last minute. My wife bought me a ticket for Father's Day, and I just bought some cheap old tires, and I literally one event and they were done. This is why I like to run Nitos or something a little bit more expensive than some cheap ass tires, and then they just last longer, you know. But besides that, I mean, the truck is just a truck. It's just a drift truck.